I don't want people doing anything with me or of mine without making sure that they grasp it completely. Because if you don't get it, you can't commit to it. And that's the bottom line. So, the overall philosophy that I carry is this. I love thinking big. It's my favorite thing to do. I love people and the genius in people's minds and the ingenuity that we all have the ability to have. That's my most favorite thing to do. Ask my wife, ask anybody who knows me. I come up with new ideas every single day, mostly in the shower, and that's a whole nother video. You'll see what I mean by that. I'm not going to take you in the shower, but I'm going to teach you about my shower technique. And that's what it is. And it sounds bad, but hopefully it'll intrigue you. But essentially, that's my philosophy is, here's a perfect example. I'll give you the greatest example that I can think of. I have a dream. My dream is to be a professional golfer. Maybe someday I'll get there, but I know what it takes, knowing all the professional golfers that I know and that I've met and that I've worked with. I know what it takes to be a professional golfer. Obviously, you know, the guy that impresses me the most, the one that I enjoy watching the most is Tiger Woods. He's amazing to me. In fact, he's the reason that my whole program kind of came about, and that's a whole other video that I'll shoot. But essentially, in order for me to become the best golfer that I can be, I have to be able to give the amount of time I need to it, the amount of emotional commitment I need to it, the amount of brain power that I need to it, and it's a fairly expensive sport, so there has to be some money there. If I don't give myself the ability to use all of those tools to get there, then it will never be a dream that I'll be able to realize. It will be the exact opposite. It will be a torture. And it has been for me for the last couple of years. Again, another video that you'll be able to understand that a little bit better. But it's a torture if you have something that you love and you know how you want to do it, and you know it's a goal you want, but because of the constraints of your life and your finances and your stresses and on your time, you can't get to those things. That's not a goal. That's not healthy. That's not a vision. That's a torture. Is it a motivation? Great. That's fantastic. If you use it as motivation, it's great. But to me, it's pouring salt in the wound. I want to be doing that, but I'm stuck doing this. And that adds to my stress level. It reduces my energy level. Again, check out empoweredprofiles.com. You'll understand where all these things come into play. I heard an interesting thing on one of my favorite movies this morning that I never picked up. And that was, you'll never be able to be anything until you know who you are. That's interesting. Think about that. You'll never be able to be anything until you know who you are. Which is where the Empowered Profiles program comes in. It's incredible. I hype it like crazy, even though it's not my company. And the profile is not my company. I have an interest in it, absolutely have an interest in it. And I'm happy to have an interest in it. It's incredible, and it's a great product and a great services. And Tim and his team are amazing. But it's invaluable for everybody that is old enough to have a brain and to have a level of consciousness and to have, you know, and to have something they have to do. If you're married, if you're a worker, if you're an employer, no matter what it is. So essentially the bottom line is this. I know I've rambled a lot. I'm sorry. I'm going to break this up into a couple of videos so you can take me in the portions that you can handle. But essentially the philosophy is this. I want you to be your most productive and successful self. But I need you to understand, in order to do that, you have to take care of the basics, and everybody has to do it, because the value that's created there in understanding how you work, understanding your habits, understanding who you are, understanding your finances, it gets your skin in the game. It adds a level of urgency. You need to be responsible for your own life. You need to be responsible for your own work, because the more people that I meet that are empowered, that have a greater sense of urgency, a greater level of responsibility, they energize my life. They help me do what I do better, and I love meeting them. I love being motivated by all of you that I meet out there. I love reading everybody's Twitter posts. I think it's just ingenious, and it motivates me so much. But until you, so how can I help? My goal is to help people motivate me more. You know, have more brain power, more energy level, less stress, more excitement, more passion for life, more happiness, and more joy, so that you can give me more of that. It's kind of a selfish thing, you know, give me more of what I need. And I want to help you do that. So that's me. That's my life. That's what I'm gonna do. As long as you're willing to spend some time with me, you can trust that I dig deep into the things that I suggest in the training and the things that I offer to help people become productive at level one. That's first. And I'm providing as much material so that you can do it on your own, and I don't have to spend a whole lot of time with people doing it, even though I love it, but I don't get to people fast enough, and that's why I don't. So thank you so much for listening. I really love people. I love meeting people. I love helping people. I love seeing the results in people's lives as they progress and grow, and that's what I want to do. So thank you so much for listening. kenfoody.com, mostproductiveself.com. And I hope to talk to you very soon. Thank you.